Have you seen this little girl? Her remains were found more than 2 weeks ago along Boston Harbor's rocky shoreline. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released this computer-generated image on social media, and more than 50 million people have seen or shared it. Police in Massachusetts are asking for help to identify the little girl, who some are calling Baby Jane Doe.
So her body was examined by the Massachusetts medical examiner, and at this point it had there is no definitive cause of death. The body had no obvious signs of violent trauma. So we're looking at a possibility of a poisoning. It could have been accidental, for example. I don't know the answer to that, but that's why we appeal to the caregivers, the parents. Please step forward, clear your conscience. No child, no person deserves to be discarded like this.
Police released photos of the polka dot leggings she was wearing and a blanket found near her body. These leggings are only sold at Target, and the blanket is sold at Kmart. Now, I spoke with Christy Andrews. She's a forensic artist who created the image. What was going through your mind as you worked on the image of Baby Jane Doe?
Well, when I first received the images, I have to take a minute. Obviously, they're difficult to look at times, but once I get past that, I'm really studying the face, and I'm studying the structure of the face, how deep set the eyes are, the length of the nose, all very, technical things, to be able to put this face together in the proper proportions.
Right, and even in her hair, I mean, it just looks so realistic. How closely do most of these images match to the actual victims?
When we receive a recovered photo or we get an ID, we feel we get pretty close. It also depends on the extent of the trauma to the remains. The more trauma there is, the more you are, making educated guesses. We like to say we're not creating portraits of people. We're creating tools for law enforcement.
Wow, so you certainly are. Christy, what's your reaction been to the way the public has responded to the image that you created?
I am overwhelmed. We had a holiday weekend, and I was working from home on Monday, so when I came in Tuesday, my boss said, "This image has exploded online. People want to talk to you," and it's just been kind of crazy how many people have seen this, but that's what we want. We want as many people as possible to see this image, and hopefully someone will call in, someone will say something, somebody knows this child.
Investigators are calling the little girl Baby Doe. They believe she was 4 years old, about 3.5 feet tall, and she probably weighed about 30 pounds. Now, please contact police if you recognize her.